What's up, guys? Welcome to 2022. I'm gonna call this year 2022. We ended off last year talking about how to manage money. First, we started with knowing where you're at to know where you're going. Then we went to the emergency fund, right? You need a $1,000 emergency fund just in case something happens. It won't unravel all the progress that you're making or stop you. Let's jump right in this year, right? So 2022, what are we doing? 3 videos in, and we're finally gonna talk about paying off debt and how to pay off debt. The debt snowball.
Scared money don't make no money.
Now, New Year's resolutions. Let's talk about it. This year, for me personally, procrastination. I gotta work on it a lot. So that's why I'm jumping right into this year, giving you guys another video, and I'm gonna keep giving you a video. My goal is every 10 days to have a new piece of content out. I wanna give you guys enough time to start working on the stuff that we talk about, but also I wanna keep producing content, jump back from my fitness stuff, my financial stuff, and I'm hoping to really give you guys a lot more this year, and I think I'm getting a little better at it. So like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you guys wanna see. I wanna hear from you guys. I wanna hear if this stuff is helping you, if it's working. Scared money don't make money. That's what the series is called. And we haven't really talked about making money yet, right? Before you start to make money, you have to be what? Debt-free. Doesn't matter how much money you make, if you have more debt than you have income, or more debt than you have sitting in the bank, you're not really making any money. You're creating that illusion that you're making money, but for a lot of Americans, the overwhelming majority of Americans, they probably have more debt than they have sitting in the bank. So let's talk about how to get rid of that. Let's change the way we look at debt. It's the enemy. We gotta get rid of it.
You want to defeat your enemy, you gotta learn how to fight like your enemy.
So the debt snowball, it's one of many methods that people use to pay off debt. Why do I prefer this method? Well, I tried other methods and it didn't work for me. So I found Dave Ramsey, and I talk about him a lot because his stuff works. And I'm sharing it because that's what I like to do. I like to share stuff that works. You guys see it in my fitness content. You're gonna see it in this financial content. Stuff that works, I'm gonna bring to your attention. And I hope that you guys get what I get out of it. And if there's any way that I can improve, I hope you guys will reach out and let me know. Well, let's talk about the snowball.
Snowballs, Jim? Fluffy little snowballs?
I'm glad you guys asked. Make a list. And in this list, you're gonna list all of your debts individually from the smallest amount to the greatest amount. And you have to isolate everything. So if you have 5 different credit cards with 5 different credit card debts, write them down individually. Do not lump anything together. Let's say you owe mom 50 bucks.
Bitch better have my money.
And you have a credit card with 200 bucks on it. You have another credit card with 500 bucks on it. You have a student loan debt, 5 grand. You have a car payment, and you owe 17,000, and you have a personal loan for 20,000. That would be the order in which you list these debts. Now, what is the snowball? And why are we doing it this way? I know some of you mathematicians out there are like,
well, I'm gonna make a list with the greatest interest rate first.
Let's not overthink it.
that's something different. That's not this. If it worked for you, you wouldn't be watching this video.
Might be right, dude. Heck.
So just try it this way. Try it Dave Ramsey's way. I can't call it my way because I learned from him, and see if it works. The reason we do this is because progress is important. If you started a diet and you didn't lose any weight for the first, 2 weeks, would you continue doing that diet?
Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance in hell.
People fall off when they don't see progress, like anything, and I don't blame them. It's easy to not be motivated when you don't see anything going anywhere. So the way that I would advise you do this is get a notebook or a notepad, and on each individual page, write individual debt, right? So write on page 1, mom, 50 bucks. You know, your buddy that you borrowed 50 bucks to pay a bar tab to, write that on the next page because he didn't forget about it.
We'll never forget.
Credit card debt, $200, right? On that one Visa card that you had. $500 on the next page, right? Because it's a different credit card. Yes, it's still credit card debt. And then your car payment. You owe 14 grand, whatever it is on your car. Your student loan debt. Your mortgage is the last. And that's really the only piece of debt that we're not gonna pay off right away. So for this exercise, you do not have to put your mortgage, what's left on it, in this debt pool. When you pay that $50 back to your mom,
You're a good son.
you go to that notebook, leave it on your desk, leave it somewhere that you're gonna look at every single day, call it the debt book. Grab that book, rip that piece out, crumple it up, and set it right next to that book. You just took the first step of paying off your debt. And this is why we call it the snowball method. The next piece of debt that you're gonna attack is that $200 credit card bill, right? You only owe $200 on the card. Its minimum payment might be $12. And in case I didn't mention this earlier in the video, make sure that you're only doing the minimum payments for everything except for the piece of debt that you're attacking. Everything else gets the minimum payments. So now you're gonna attack the $200 credit card debt that you have left. Maybe it'll take you a week, maybe it'll take you a month. It's not really about how long this takes you to go through all of your debt. The goal is by the end of the year to be debt free. If you can make that happen, great. If you can't, maybe it'll take you 2. For some people, it might take 3 or 4 years. I tell everybody this, you didn't get to where you were in the fitness, right? In the fitness category, doing one cheat meal. Right? Normally people become overweight because they ate bad most of the time for an extended period of time. And you can't just undo that in a day. It never works that way. So this is no different. This is financial health. It's very similar to physical health. But what you'll learn is the longer that you have bad habits, the longer it's gonna take to undo those. So in this exercise, we paid off mom, right? Now you paid off that $200 credit card bill. That credit card is officially gone. I would snip it up. Get rid of it. Now you grab that piece of paper, rip it out, crumple it over that $50 ball that's already sitting right there. And now it'll be bigger. It'll be bigger than it was before when you had only paid off one piece of your debt.
It keeps growing and growing.
And this is why we call it the snowball effect. And the reason that I want you to have a notebook or a notepad where you're constantly tearing them off one by one is because, yes, the digital age is cool. It's cool to have, an Excel doc or a spreadsheet in addition to this notebook, but there's something about having something physical, tangible, something that you can cross off a list, or in this case, rip a piece of paper out and see this snowball just start to grow. And if you put it on your desk and you put it somewhere, it's not trash. So, don't leave it out at work because then someone might throw it away. But maybe your desk or your nightstand at home, you're gonna see this ball get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you fall off track, you're gonna look at it and you're gonna remember that you have to be focusing on that. And the ball should be right on top of the notebook because you're gonna see it get bigger. And every time you pay one off, it becomes easier to pay the next one off. Because you might have started this exercise with 10 different types of debt, maybe 4 credit cards, maybe 2 student loans, maybe 3 personal loans, maybe 2 car notes. But as you go on and as you pay off one, the next one becomes easier because now you have one less minimum payment to make that month. And that's why this works. Before you know it, you guys are gonna be attacking these one by one and they're gonna be going down way quicker than you anticipated, and you're gonna see when you only have a couple left how quick it goes, even if it's something as large as a car balance, right? Maybe you have $16,000 left on your car, but $16,000 on your car isn't that much if you have no other payments to make. Maybe your minimum payments, and I do recommend you add them all up just to know what they are. Maybe they were $1,000 or $1,100. Imagine being able to throw $1,100 at one single form of debt and how quick it'll be paid off. I know you guys are gonna do the calculations, you'll see how quick that this can work, but I want you to actually try it. So that's what this exercise was all about. It's 2022 and we're gonna be attacking debt this year. So be like me, don't procrastinate. That's what I'm working on this year. So if you guys end up seeing me not make a video 10 days from now, don't be afraid to shoot me a message and be like, yo, Anthony, what's up? If you guys wanna see anything or you want me to go deeper into this, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to share my personal experience with you guys. I'm not afraid to share anything, tell you guys where I'm at so you guys know where I'm going. And I just hope that you guys can be a part of this journey and we can actually do some good this year. I have another snowball taking effect. I don't want to show you guys too much, but it's over there, right over there. Can't really see it. I don't want you to know what it is yet, but it's a different type of snowball and I'm very excited for it. And we're gonna get into it and we're gonna get into what to do with our money when we finally have it, but until you're debt free, we shouldn't talk about it. So please, just get after it. Let's go get this bread this year, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for watching. Anthony of Olympus out.